What's up, guys? Hope you're all having a good day. Initial thoughts, 15-mile quick review of the Nike Epic React Miler. Let's go.
Mira, dímelo, DJ Yorma, ¿qué tú te crees? Jodido cabrón. Yo hago lo que me da la gana. Díselo, conejo.
Ey, ey. Hoy se bebe, hoy se gasta, hoy se fuma como un rata, si Dios lo permite.
Si Dios lo permite.
Si Dios lo permite.
Si Dios lo permite.
Hoy se bebe, hoy se gasta, hoy se fuma como un rata, si Dios lo permite. Ey, si Dios lo permite. Ey.
Real G, orientando las generaciones nuevas por la verdadera. Bella que va a lograr la tipsy pa' que se te mojen los panties. Métele bella con los versátil, más puta que Betty Boo. La que se puso bella que mami fuiste tú. Sigo matando con la U.
15-mile review of the Nike Epic React Miler. So, got the misses here. First of all, what do you think of the shoe overall?
Great shoe. A lot of support in the heel. I feel like it hugs my Achilles area, and so my foot doesn't slide forward, which is my biggest issue with a lot of my shoes. And then my toes hit, then my toes hurt. So in the 15 miles I've run, my toes have not hurt.
Okay, so I should have started with this, but just so you guys know, usually I am the one running in the shoes, but I haven't actually ran in these shoes, so my wife has. The way I like to break it down is to start with the foam first, or the sole, then we go toe box, midfoot, and then heel. So starting with the foam, or the bottom of the shoe, what do you think about the React foam, or what did you notice about the sole of the shoe?
I don't feel a lot of the road impact. I haven't really run on a treadmill actually, so I'm not sure
True.
that, but I've been running a lot of road and hills.
And it's been comfy.
Super comfy. The only thing that I think would make this the perfect shoe is, what's the other shoe that I was wearing for the marathon?
The Zoom Fly?
The Zoom Fly. So the Zoom Fly has that little,
Like the cliff sensation?
the cliff sensation. This
Right.
doesn't.
Yeah.
So if you could get the cliff sensation in this shoe, perfect. I'd never buy another shoe.
Yeah, so the cliff sensation, I think the Zoom Fly, the reason why it has that is because it has the carbon fiber plate. So if you wanted a carbon fiber plate React shoe, you should probably buy the Zoom Fly 3. That's that exact shoe pretty much. All right, so the toe box. So had any problems with your toes or the toe box in general? You said it was kind of big. Your thought, right? It looked big.
I definitely feel like I'm wearing a 90s shoe. They're like 90s big. But I also sized up half a
Okay.
size. So I don't know if like I had bought an 8, which is what I wear in other shoes, if that would like look different, because I did size a half size up. When you're talking about the toe box, again, I'm not sure if it's because I sized a half size
Oh yeah, half sized up.
up. But my toes don't bother me at all, which is always like my biggest
So a lot of
issue.
room.
There's a
Yeah.
ton of room.
On the long run, or like short, or like how was your sprint? Did you have any issues with your sprint? With your toes?
Sprint, no. I feel like I can really grip the shoe when I'm trying to get that traction. Like we did hills the other day, like
Right.
down the street, and I feel like I was able to definitely grip. I never slipped. I never.
Awesome.
So. super good shoe.
Midfoot, so the laces, do you like the laces? Is it too tight, not tight enough? You got enough room in there?
I feel like the laces are okay. I don't really have an issue with it. The only thing that I notice, and this is just could be my feet, but like my right side pronates a lot in this shoe,
Okay.
but my left doesn't.
Okay. So yeah, I mean that could be more like running form stuff, but it could, it could be the shoe. Maybe it doesn't cater to the way that you run.
But I can feel my arch very supported.
Okay, yeah, so you did. Okay, so that was one thing I'm glad you mentioned that, because when you first put it on, you said you noticed it a lot, right? Like in your arch, like it was all up in there.
It bothered me.
And then how it was like, what, your third run to where you were like, it was gone, right? Or
Yeah,
maybe
so-
the fourth one.
So at about 10 miles, I didn't feel it anymore.
Yeah, so that's the same kind of feeling I had with the Nike Infinity React. It's very aggressive on your arch. but as the longer you run in the shoe, I guess it kind of sets with your foot, or maybe your foot doesn't notice it as much. I haven't figured out which one it is yet. It goes away, and in a good way, to where it's not like super aggressive anymore, and that actually kind of comforting for the long run, because that shoe is a long distance shoe, and this one is supposedly a long distance shoe as well. It's why it's called mile after mile. It's what it's supposed to be. So the last part you kind of already mentioned, but the heel, you did like the heel quite a bit as well, right?
I love the heel, actually. I think this is the first shoe that I feel a lot of support in that area, and that's actually an area that bothers me when I run long distances. And the most I've put on this shoe in one time is almost 5 miles, but I'm not
That's a lot. That's good.
so that's what I was gonna say is like, normally after a mile or two I'm like, I'm done, but since I've put on these shoes, I've been able to go
Further.
a few extra miles, and it's because I'm not hurting or and like achy. Now, one advice I will give, if you are going to buy the shoe, make sure you get the Nike socks that have the
lip on the back.
Yeah. Because of the way this shoe is, which I hope maybe Oscar can point it out, it will give you a blister and rub you the wrong way if you don't have the right sock on.
Okay, cool. So overall, what do you think of the value of the shoe? It's $130 regular price tag, and that's not what we paid for it, but it's a $130 price tag. If you were had another female friend or a guy friend, would you suggest this shoe to them? Do you think it's good? Would you suggest this shoe to them, or someone who wants to run, number one? And then number two, do you think this is good for short run, long run, or both? Just what are your thoughts on that?
So I have already actually recommended this shoe to two people. And that was within 9 miles. And I normally, what's the bowling shoe that I have? The one that looks like the bowling shoe, the Zoom X? No.
Oh, the blue and orange one?
Yeah.
So that's the Pegasus Turbo. The
So,
version 1 Turbo.
The Pegasus Turbo were supposed to be like great. People were supposed to love them. I don't like it.
Okay.
They're about to be my lawn mowing shoes.
They were my lawn mowing shoes too.
Because I'm retiring those. Like, I'm not even. And then the shoe that I ran the half marathon in,
The Zoom Fly.
Fly.
The original Zoom Fly.
The original, I definitely like size up. And I would be between, it'd be these shoes and that shoe that I would be happy running in. I would wear these for short runs or long runs. Like, I would go run a half marathon in this shoe, no problem.
Okay, cool. So, do you feel like they're worth their value as far as what you're paying for it? Are you getting like $130 worth of shoe? Because I mean, you did mention it was a little bit 90s style. Well, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on the style. Do you feel like it's a good value for that shoe and for kind of what you're doing in it?
I think the 90s style could attribute also to the color that I got. So I got this light gray color, which almost looks white, but I can't do a white shoe. Like, someone just stepped on my shoe a minute ago. So
I cleaned it.
I can't do a white shoe, but this was a close, like, second. Like, so I wonder if I had bought the pink ones that I originally wanted, if I wouldn't feel so 90s in the shoe. I would also buy these in every color.
So you do think it's worth the value?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Every color.
All right, guys. So we'll leave it there. That was just like a really quick 15-mile kind of initial thoughts, initial reactions. Of course, the shoe can change over time. I think this shoe definitely has more React foam in the heel than the Infinity. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does, maybe by a hair. So it'll be interesting to see how this shoe kind of holds up over the long run, because the Infinity holds up very well. I took it to about 100 miles. So we'll see how this one goes. We'll try to do another review at 100 miles. Hopefully it comes sooner rather than later, maybe a month. I would say about maybe like July, probably about mid to late July, we'll probably be at 100 miles. So anyway, that's about it for me. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below. That's all I got. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.